let us learn the phonetics. So, let us learn the phonetics now. So, what are phonetics? Phonetics is a branch of linguistics dealing with the medium of speech. So, it is dealing with the medium of speech. It is the study of physical sounds of human speech. So, a phonetics is the study of physical sounds of human speech and is concerned with the physical properties of special sounds, vowels, and the process of their physiological production, auditory reception, and neurophysiological perception. So, hence, this phonetics, the history of the phonetics around was very old, and as early as 2500 years ago, Kanani developed the system of articulation of sounds in Sanskrit language. So it was a system developed in Sanskrit language actually before 2500 years ago. The major Indic alphabets today, which we have been learning, order their consonants according to this classification. So basing on this classification only, they are studied. So in several languages, so not only a particular English or Telugu, in several languages, there is one-to-one correspondence between the letter of the alphabet and the sound they represent. So the letter of the alphabet and the sound they represent. However, specifically in English language, a letter of alphabet sometimes represent more than one sound. So in English, the letter of the alphabet represents more than one sound in English. So in order to overcome the difficulty, see type difficulty anta kuda overcome cheyadaniki. So there emerged international phonetic alphabet have been invented. So international phonetic alphabet have been invented in order to overcome this. The system of phonetic notation based on the letter, that is Latin alphabet, devised this international phonetic association. So basing on the Latin alphabets only, this have been happened as a standardized representation of sounds of spoken language. So this represents this IPA, International Phonetic Association, represents the standardized representation for the sounds of language. Now, before we start this phonetics, let us learn the organs of speech. So, what is these organs of speech? So, before to know that, let us know what are the organs that are required for us to speak. So, to how extent they are useful for us. So, I will explain this one and later this one, then we can continue. Now, before that, the organs of speech, these are divided into three types. They are divided into three types. The first one is respiratory, the second one is auditory, the third one is articulatory. So the first, let us know there's something about this respiratory. The first one is respiratory. Where in this respiratory, the lungs plays an important role. Muscles of this chest and trachea. The lungs, muscles of the chest and trachea. So the other one is, I am explaining only this one. So phonatory, the other one is phonatory, larynx and vocal cords. What are these larynx and vocal cords? This phonatory, the other one is articulatory. Where in this articulatory there will be lips, teeth, roof of the mouth, tongue, pharynx and nose. And other from the root of the mouth you will be having teeth which, heart platelet and soft platelet and vulva. So like that. And around the tongue you will be having a tip, blade, front, back and ribs. So however this is the total organs of speech. Okay. So coming to this, these three things plays an important role in that. Now let us see the picture of how they are pronouncing. So let us see this picture. So this is the human face and this is the nose. This is the nose. So you can see this respiratory one. You can check out this respiratory one. This is not there here. So you can see the nasal cavities, rich, soft platelets. So these are the lips and the teeth. So we said no, already I said, so in this lip, there is a tip, blade, front, back, and a pharynx, and glottis, epiglottis, vocal cords, which are used for your sounds, windpipe, larynx, like that. Now, let me show the respiratory one. Let us discuss the respiratory system. So, this respiratory system that compromises the lungs, muscles of the chest, and even the trachea. So, which is called as technically called as windpipe. So, our lungs performs the functions of breathing. So, this respiration, breathing, respiration, when we exhale air from our lungs, when we release the air from our lungs, this air passes through the windpipe, that is what windpipe, and the throat's vocal tract. So, until it escapes from our lips. So, until another six passes through, it cannot escape from the lips. The other one is phonatory system. So, this phonatory system that compromises of larynx or voice box. So, this is for vocal cords, larynx or voice box. Swara. So Adam's apple, like this we use it to call it. This as Adam's apple, you can touch it, you can feel the nut also. Larynx, voice box, containing the vocal which are like a pair of lips. So just like we have a pair of lips, in that way they are having they contains like that, they are closed and open, closed and open. And can be fully closed or only partially open when air comes out of the lungs into trachea. This is modified by the vocal cords according to their position. So based on the position they are modified. When these vocal cords are tightly closed, no air can express through them. So no air can be escaped through them. What on air is available. So when they are open, the air passes through them effortlessly. So the air will be passes through them. So during the normal process of breathing, so if we are not talking anything, we are generally breathing, the vocal cords are wide, they will open. So they are open like that. And this opening is known as glottis. This is called glottis. Okay. So let us learn the other system, that is the articulatory system. So this is one of the most important systems. This compromises on pharynx. Pharynx. So the nose, the teeth, the tongue, lips, the roof of the nose, tongue, pharynx, and nose. So the roof of the mouth and the lips. The pharynx is a tube that begins just above the top of the larynx. So this is top of the larynx. You can check out the top of the larynx. You can check out here. So and it is divided into two parts. One is leading the nasal cavity. Other one is leading this part one is leading to the nasal cavity. The other one is so the things which we take breath comes through this nasal cavity. The things which we eat comes through this wall. So this one, they are joining. So whatever we eat, it goes into that, and whatever we eat, that will come through this. So this is the oral activity. Now the production of speech. How this production of speech will happen? So when we speak, the air stream coming out from the lungs is modified at different times. Whenever we speak, the air coming out from the lungs is modified at different points. We are like, and in many ways, as it passes through the larynx, the pharynx, mouth, and the nasal cavity. The first air stream moves up the windpipe trachea and passes through the larynx. So trachea passes through larynx passes through. Okay. The mouth and the nasal cavity. First the air moves through the windpipe and passes through the larynx containing the vocal cords, which contains the vocal cords. When the vocal cords are kept close together, they vibrate. Close together, they vibrate when the air passes through the lungs, through them. So narrow glottis, we call it as narrow glottis. Narrow glottis, very much narrow. This vibration produces voice or speech sounds that includes vowels such as vowel sounds and they are going to convey. And consonants such as B, D, G, M, V, J, like that. Like that. Now, before we start that, so the fully what this is the picture of the human face where the air will be here and here. So these are the different parts where you will be used to get the voice will be modulated here. The voice and other things will be modulated here. So glottis, epiglottis. So like that in the type. So you can pause here. The voice will be paused here. So you can check out all this also. So vibration and in absence by placing that. Okay. How this consonant sounds and how this human organs of speech are useful for us and how they will be used to pronounce also. So its consonant sounds such as already I said consonant sound as B, D, G, M, V, Z. Sounds produced when the vocal cords are kept fully apart. These are called voiceless, such as consonant P, T, K, L, S. One can experience a vibration absent by placing one's finger on the side of one's neck. See, while producing these sounds, so whenever this will happen, while producing these sounds, you can see the vibration. If you feel, you can feel the vibration if you keep your fingers there. So, producing these sounds. So, the ACL further gets modified into the pharynx. So, the modification of the ACL will be here, pharynx, and the mouth cavity and the nasal cavity. So, the classification of air can be done this here and here. These are the three areas where the classification will be nasal cavity, mouth cavity. The roof of the mouth has three parts. The hard ridge called as alveolar ridge, so alveolar ridge like that. So next lies just behind this lies just behind the upper teeth and the hard plate and the soft plate, which ends in the ulva that can be lowered to allow air pass only through the nose to produce the nasal consonants M and L. During the production of all these consonants in English, the vulva is kept rising so that the air escapes through the mouth where it flows, obstructed in different ways at different points. The tongue plays, remember that the tongue plays an important part in production of sound. Tongue has three sections. Tongue has three sections main. So uh, these three sections of the tip, the tongue sections, the tip, the ending part of the tongue, blade, and which is the opposite part of alveolar ridge, and the hard plate and the soft plate, and the back, which is used in the production of vowel sounds. The tip of the tongue is usually kept low. The tip of the tongue is usually kept low because you can see it's low. When the front, center, and the back, the tongue is raised towards the roof of the mouth. So when we are speaking, the tongue will rise. So in this, so this consonant sounds. So let us, if we come to this consonant sounds. So when you were in school days, you thought there are 26 alphabets of English language, of course. You tell that there are 21 consonant sounds and 5 vowel sounds. So example, if you utter, say utter this vowels, that is 5 vowels, A, E, I, O, U. When you utter these letters, so if you utter the letters like B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N like that, you must notice a difference when you are saying this. See, earlier if you say A, E, I, O, U, your mouth is open. And you say vowels, your mouth is open there. With no narrowing, the sound are not noisy. You can remember, sounds are not noisy in these vowels. Similarly, you can observe that when you say the letters that is B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, so there are some touch is there. Like lips are touching to each other while saying B, 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 lips are touching. Hope you understand. So somewhere in the mouth and the sounds were noisy. These later ones are consonants. So these make somewhat noisy. So those are what consonants. Various organs in the mouth shares the air that can be breathed in and out. It has specific speech sounds also. So mouth ద్వారా వచ్చే కూడా different sounds కూడా you can hear. Consonants are made by two organs in the mouth, such as two lips. Consonants can be made by such as two lips or a lip or a tongue, lip and tongue, or tongue and teeth. అయితే two lips వాళ్ళకి అవ్వచ్చు, might be, or a lip and a tongue, or a tongue and a teeth. Sometimes. So when consonant sounds are produced, organs in the mouth are either very narrow. When these are producing, they were very much narrow, close to each other. చాలా దగ్గరకు ఉండేవారు. So these will be very much narrow when we are producing this kind of sounds. Almost they will touch each other. The character feature of this consonant sound is that during their production, so this is the main character of the consonant. During the production of any consonant, there is either an obstruction in the mouth or an organ come so close together. That sound is produced noisy because our two parts either mouth like any of the organ are come close together. That's why they are somewhat noisy when we are producing a consonant sound. A consonant sound is a speech sound that is produced with either or a closure or narrowing of air passing through the mouth cavity. Already I said, in producing the consonant sounds, the airflow from the lungs is either stopped very briefly in the mouth activity before being released. Example, paper. Paper is allowed to pass through a narrow niche. So it is allowed to pass through narrow, causing the friction that you can hear the sound like silk. The voice or breath of consonants hinder the silk, tongue, teeth and lip or any other organ for the articulation. So there are 24 consonant sounds in English language. So let us know how this classification of consonants are done. So consonant sounds can be classified on the following three bases. On the following three bases. So the first and the foremost base is that on the basis of vibration of vocal cords. So on the vibration of vocal cords, the consonants are divided into two types. One is voice, the other one is voices. So on basis of vibration, there are two types. One is voice, the other one is voices. On the basis of the place of articulation in the mouth, the consonants. So on the basis of place of articulation in the mouth, the consonants are classified into different types. Bilabial. The first one is bilabial. If articulated by two lips coming together, bilabial. Like biodental, when the lower lip and the upper teeth used to utter a consonant sound. So generally biodental will utter when the lower lip and upper teeth. So these two will give command and give a utteral sound. The other one is dental. It is produced by the tip of the tongue against the upper teeth. So tip of the tongue will touch the upper teeth. Next, alveolar. So when spoken by using a tip or a blade, both are terms. So active articulators and the alveolus as passive articulators. So post-alveolar. So post-alveolar or constantly are uttered the lips of our tongue. The lips of our tongue approaches the place just behind. This approaches the place just behind the alveolar ridge with actual touching. Plateau alveolar sound. This is also one of the one which is produced by raising the tongue, and tapping with the region between the heart plate and alveolar or a teeth region. So, but here the tongue is active articulator and the plate alveolator region. Platal is a consonant uttered with the help of a tongue and the plate. So velar, the next one is velar. If it is produced by the back of the tongue against the sound. It is produced by the back of the tongue against the sound. So glottal constant is uttered. This glottal constant is uttered when two vocal cords move close leading. So the two vocal cords will be moved closer. So more closer, leading a narrowing that passes through the throat. So the last classification is based on the mannerism of articulation. So the mannerism of articulation, the consonants are classified into plosives. So nothing, these plosives are produced by stopping the airflow in the vocal cords. So during the air that passes will be stopped. So hence they are also called a stop. and occurs also. Eighth flow in the vocal line. We stop the eighth flow in the vocal line. Remember, all the languages have clauses. So, whatever in any language, whatever the language you pick up in the world, they have clauses. The other one is affricates. So, affricates are the consonant sounds produced with the structure of complete closure and slow release. Complete closure and slow release. They will completely close and release slowly. Fricates are the consonant sounds by forcing the throat of narrow channel. So, this is coming through a narrow channel. So, that is made by placing the two articulators close together. These sounds are articulated. With the structure of close approximation, so with the structure of close approximation, there are 9 distinctive principles. So, in English language, you can see this face, vein, as in vein, theory, as in theory, incense, right? Zebra, as in zebra, ship. So, like the other one is nasal constant sound. It is produced by the lowered volume in the mouth, allowing the air to escape freely through the nose. So, however, we have described the organs of speech that are useful for the production of consonant sounds. So, let us discuss the consonant sounds in detail. Now, let us know how many sounds in English are there. So, what is the difference between these letters and what is the sound? So, right from the chair, you know that. So, letters, there are 26 alphabets in English. So, out of these 26 alphabets, there are 21 consonants and 5 vowels. 21 consonants and 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U, and the rest of them are consonants. So, when it comes to the sounds of English, so that's why even though there are 26 letters in English, there are 44 sounds. There are 44 sounds in English. So, out of these 44 sounds, so there are two types of things are there. One is consonants, the other one is vowels. In the same way which is there. So, one is consonants, the other one is vowels. So, vowels. So, there are 20 vowels. There are 20 vowels in sounds of English. Out of these 20 vowels, they are again subdivided into monophthongs. Monophthongs. I mean, pure vowels. They are also called as pure vowels. So, there are 12 pure vowels. There are 12 pure vowels. The other one is diphthongs. The combination of two vowel sounds is called a diphthong. So, there are 8 diphthongs. There are 8 diphthongs. So, we have 24 consonants. There are 24 consonants in this classification. So, however, this consonants classification is done on the manner of articulation. So, basing on the manner of articulation, we have subdivided this. So, out of 24 consonants, they are subdivided into clauses. There are 6 clauses. Okay. After that, there are affricates. There are 2 affricates. So, fricatives, there are 9 fricatives, and nasals, there comes through the nose. So, there are 3 nasals, and there is 1 lateral. The other one is approximations. So, they are totally 24 consonant sounds. Remember that this classification is done only on manner of articulation. So, however, we have known the difference of this 26 letters and 44 sounds. So, this is the complete information about the sounds of English.